welcome to yet another cube. We open a Max Pearl, have to pick it. If this wheels, I'll go combo. But seems unlikely to be wheeling, and I just can't pass up a Max, can I? It also might be a bit too late to pick this up to go combo. We're also passing on Burial Rites for Reanimator, Noble Hierarch, good for Primus is obviously also a really good target. Yeah, we'll see what wheels out of this. Like, they'll say a lot, but I think it'll be a bunch of junk that will be wheeling, but we can't pass up that card. Nothing really here either. I'm like, oh, I want to jump into a color for it, so I'm just gonna pick up the Chalice, given that it is acceleration again. This seems to be the stronger card here anyway. I mean, what else is there? Brisudin is obviously good, Tudnail is a bit expensive. Nicobolas, I don't think it actually works that well in this format anyway. Especially, you know, heavy on the mana. Bloodstone Golem seems okay, but Chalice just seems a little bit better. Acceleration is key. And given that I'm not always going to be playing green. Actually, green seems to be way better in this cube than previously. The colors I seem to be underdrafting are white and red. Dragon Lord is obviously an okay card, but I think Golem is a bit better. Just the fact that it only costs 10 mana, and it's still a 2-turn kill, probably even a 1-turn kill sometimes. But the fact that you can exile 2 permanents is pretty strong. Yeah. It also doesn't get reshuffled, so you can actually reanimate this card. Which seems pretty weird for an Eldrazi. I think all the other Eldrazi's reshuffle. Found out you can do this. This is 5, 6, 7. Let's put it at 8. And you know, my last cube also crashed. Round 2 or something. Pretty... Oh, man. I have no clue what I deserve for that always to happen to me. We could go Sphinx with the Steel Wind. Just, you know, to have an artifact that we can get back. We already have this, but this isn't an artifact, of course. Like if you open Tinker, we obviously want to be able to do that. This can work with Welder and other red effects that allow it to come back. Could out a Forge Master, it might work. Outside of that, what would I pick? That's a good question. So I'm just gonna go with this and, you know, keep it at that. This is obviously an 8, and this can then be 9. Desert obviously semi-works. There's also Deceiver Exarch, like I haven't done that yet. To go that combo. I don't know if it's easy to draft that combo or if it's overdrafted by other people, but it is really good. So I think I'm gonna go that over the Deseret here. I've drafted Deseret so often already. You know, there's sometimes wheels as well. So I'm just gonna go with the Deceiver and hope that the other cards that I need from there are also gonna be wheeling. So Jace then obviously becomes the pick, given that we're blue. Ancient Tomb is actually okay in that kind of deck, because you're gonna cast for a bunch of colorless, and it speeds us up, but I think Jace is a bit too strong to pass up. The fact that it draws you cards makes it really good. And it's just good against aggro as well. You can power it out on turn 2. Yeah, Island Mox, Chalice, Island, Jace, got it. So these are 6 cards. I'm gonna start wheeling, I guess, soon. And then we'll see if Palinchron wheeled. If that did, I don't know what I'm gonna do. There's Zernorb, which works somewhat. There's also Ulamog. I'm not sure if in this color combination I can actually mana accelerate enough to cast Ulamog. Is Zurnor better just for the possible combo? But Fast Bounce just never wheels, does it? Like, what am I doing if I go 3 creatures like this? Could also go Chandra, given that we're very likely going to be red. I'm gonna try Zero it's obviously standalone, it's a terrible card. But together with Crucible and Fast Bounce, this card becomes huge. I mean, it's an infinite combo. The question just becomes, do you ever, are you ever able to do so? You could also pick up the Dismember here over the Steam Vents. Nah, I like Steam Vents a bit more. Right, so I have to do this. As expected, Palinchron did not wheel. It never does. Noble Hierarch is there though. Has its Lightning Strike. Rootbound Crag, just in case we want to be green as well with the red. I think Rootbound Crag is... Nah, if we want to be green, then Hierarch. Woodfall Primus, Hellraider, Lightning Strike. I'm gonna go with the Crag. I like lands. Nykthos does not seem good for me. Lodestone is very likely just a card that's gonna be played more often than any of these. Like Beast Within, but at this point, very likely just splashing it. Wow, we're fellows wheeling here. I guess Searing Spear has sideboard cards, or maybe even main deckable. Probably Draktusk, a bit stronger. Tezzeret, see, I told you, man, Tezzeret wheeling wheels so often here. So yeah, we have a bunch of red removal. Maybe we can splash this, but very unlikely. We do have, already 4 artifacts, 5 even if you count Sphinx, but I'm not. I do think that these 2 cards won't be played, so... And probably this, or this, or this, or this. Oh yeah, probably not this, and still play the black. Yeah, that seems viable, depending on what we open. There's a temple, which I wouldn't mind. There's Jace, which is okay to find the cards that I need. There's also Duplicant, which is pretty good. And it is an artifact. Shrine really doesn't do it for me here. I think Jace is the better card just because it allows me to fix my draws a little bit. Plus it unmorphs into a card that allows me to recast instants. Although Duplicant is pretty good. Maybe I should go Duplicant. Like one of these might wheel then. This won't wheel and I don't really need it. I wouldn't mind that wheeling. Yeah, I'm gonna go Duplicant, given that it's an artifact with the Tezzeret. We have Better Skull, is it Signet? Compulsive Research. Better Skull is a good artifact instead of Draktusk. Is it Signet? Is so strong though. It's also pretty good, I mean. Not so strong, but pretty good. But Better Skull, excuse me. Given that it's an artifact, it's a pretty good one. I'm gonna go and pick that one up. What am I supposed to do with this? There's Go for the Throat if we splash black. There's Gibson Given that gets nothing. There's Lightning Greaves, which is an artifact. And if we can get Forge Master, then it becomes good. So I think it is Lightning Greaves. Yeah. We get the Welder we want, so that's something. And there's also Kiora. Tatsi is obviously something I'll pick up, but Welder, given that we're drafting artifacts at this point, seems to be a card I need. What wouldn't I dislike? Metalworker, obviously. Metalworker might be the pick though. Like Welder wheeling seems more obvious than Metalworker wheeling, and we are having a bunch of artifacts already. Okay, I'm gonna pick up Metalworker and hope Welder wheels. Then we get Warm Power Stone. There's also Rakdos Return. Ugh. They're both so strong. Now I actually wish that I picked up the other artifact as well. But given that you're going artifacts, I think Warm Power Stone is a bit better than this. Given that, you know, I'm not 100% sure I'm actually gonna play red. Very likely I'm playing red, but Warm Power Stone just seems a bit better. Although Rakdos Return is really good. Then we get a pack that we can do nothing with. I mean, we can pick this, but it's not really that great. We can pick this if in case we want to go green somehow, but I really doubt we want to. But nothing in this pack appeals to me, so let's just pick a land. Yeah, Zurnop at this point is not looking like we can actually play it. There's no Crucible yet. It might be that people already drafted it, of course. There's a Forge Master we wanted. Definitely Garbu picking up here. It seems like something I need to pick up. Definitely want more targets than just a Sphinx, but you never know. Academia Runes is also a card I'll play. And more Moxes, of course. More Signets as well, if I ever get there. At this point, Deceiver Exerg seems very unlikely. There's Maze of It, there's Polluted Delta, there's also Imperial Seal though. And Dark Partition, but Imperial Seal seems like just a tad better than this. Like if I don't play red because of not getting the cards with the Deceiver Exarch, I want Imperial Seal. Sure. Tutor is tutor. God damn you, Dick. Okay, so nothing interesting wheeled. I guess I'll pick Massacre Worm to bring it in against the aggro decks. So let's put these to the sides. No, we haven't, but their deck looks something like this. So very likely we're just splashing red for Rakdos Return then. If we're even splashing for this at all, so then Worm Power Stone obviously was way better. Metalworker into Lightning Grease into Metalworker with this deck should be pretty good. Let's hope the Welder reels. Like Welder is definitely a card I'll be splashing red for. I guess Smash the Smithereens is a better card against me. And it's an okay sideboard card for me, even main deck well sometimes. Obviously I need more fix for that, but okay, so like this at this point. Where's the slow-mo? Oh, here. Okay. So he's at the opposite side of the table. I can't yell at him. Again, nothing really interesting here. I guess this, but more burn. How many cards do we have? 15. Ugh, that's a bit short. Lion's Eye. It doesn't really work, does it? Like I have no trick to use it with, but I mean, this is an artifact, let's just pick it up. And maybe if we can get like Time Twister, I'll play it, but Bazaar, you know, it's an okay card, but it's definitely not good. And Welder didn't wheel, by the way. We picked Metalworker over Welder, which I still think is fine. But Welder is obviously a really good card that I wanted. Mirage Wake, but I mean, how unlikely is it that I'm playing that? We can, you know, we already have 2 fixed for it. And we have 1 fixed for white. Just kidding. Sphinx of Steel Wind, like, we can play it. Especially if we can get more of these cards. Now we have more white and green fix to play Mirage Wake. No clue why I would do that, but would make my deck pretty weird. There's Wheel of Fortune. There's Bloodstained Mire. I think given my deck that actually is the better card. Like, despite, you know, being artifacts, these two aren't appealing, and the rest of my colors like Brainstorm, Makeshift Mannequin, Boneshare, Wheel of Fortune. Like Wheel of Fortune maybe, but given that I want to splash that, I think I need Bloodstained Mire here. We get Basalt Monoliths. Understand there's a Tamiyo Time Spiral, but given that I'm drafting artifacts, I might want to play a Monolith. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up the Monolith here. I passed upon a Warm Power Stone, so I might as well the Monoliths. If you can get the Ring of Bright Hearts, then that just becomes better. And we get a Soaring Past. Okay, there's also an Underground Sea and a Wooded Foothills and a Mastermind, which can't actually work because we don't have the other part of combo, but I mean Soaring. God damn you, take. Maybe I should drag it, huh? Yeah, I'm glad I picked up the Duplicant. It is really a better card than you'd imagine. Like against Reanimator, it's pretty big. I wish I had the other Eldrazi now, but I can't recall what I picked over the other Eldrazi. It had a bit decent. So we do get a Time Twister. There's also a Sneak Attack. Only have 2 targets though. And Dragon Skull Summons. Maybe if the wheels Time Twister then becomes way better. I think Time Twister is good enough, right? Yeah, it is. Then there's Tezzeret, Entrant Dynamo, and Temple of the Seeds. This Tezzeret gets, a decent amount of cards. Temple of the Seed is obviously good. Trend Dynamo is obviously good. Do I just want more fix? I think I'm gonna go with another artifact. The other Tezzeret is considered to be weaker, so a lot of people are less inclined to pick it. So it might wheel, although it is, one of the only blue cards in the pack left. So, wow, got the 3rd pick Soaring. I have no clue how that happened. Yeah, Time Twister is neat in my deck, I think. Like, once they start killing things of mine, I need Time Twister to get them back. This exiles itself, right? Oh, into its owner's graveyard. So it just becomes a new graveyard. Get it. So if you have a secondary effect like this, like Time Spiral, then you can just do it infinitely. Yeah. So we now have 1, 2 fix for reds. Still isn't a lot. Wish I picked up an Izzet Signet, but I think what did I pick over Izzet Signet? It was another acceleration. There's Augur, which doesn't really work for me. Smith Development. There's Chrome Mox, I guess. Chrome Mox for Time Twister. Sure. Also Burning of Sin. Yeah, none of these other cards are any good, right? What do I have white that I want to play? Oh, I can pick this and just, you know, be more inclined to be able to cast this. Ooh, Smokestack and Mindslaver in the same pack. Brutal. I have no Welders, so Mindslaver obviously loses value. But I still think it's good enough here. Although Smokestack is really good. I'm gonna go with the Slaver. And there's Splinter Twin, huh? Finally. It could go combo. Nah, just kidding. I have to pick up the Signet here. First of all, it fixes 2 colors. Splinter Twin, you know, coming so late. It's a bit too late. And the Signet is just way better. It is an artifact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 artifacts. And we still need 2 cards. We could obviously play Lion's Eye Diamond now that we have Time Twister. And we can play Zurnor if we really need to, but I'm probably not gonna. I would probably play something like Smash the Smithereens over at main deck. Probably even a Searing Spear. So this pack again, huh? Yeah. Skullclamp just doesn't do anything for me. I have 7 creatures. Yes, it's an artifact, but so what? Like Bone Shredder is a removal card. Then there's Breeding Pool, which doesn't really allow me to play anything extra. So I'm just gonna go with the Shredder, although, you know, I'm not a fan of it. Here, I guess the Godless Shrine. I mean, we can fetch it, it allows us to play white, so... yeah. And then if we can get a Banishing Light, although that should never wheel. So one more card here. Actually more cards, because Mox Pearl is also a land. Damn. Ooh. So now I have more white figs than I have red figs. For Rakdos Return. And some sideboard cards, so that sucks a little bit. Although it is only 1 card. But it's a really good one. Man, Scrublands. I really loved seeing at my full set of duels. Like, if it wasn't so expensive and I didn't sell them because it was so expensive and, you know, offered so much money, then I would probably, you know, just kept them because they're decent looking. Although mine were white bordered, I mean, the amount you have to cash out for, it's just insane, right, these days? How expensive that stuff is. Yes. My deck is, you know, a few cards short. It happens. I can go Imperial Seal for Time Twister if I, you know. I won't play any of these. Although Abbott is okay, but probably won't play any of these. Dark Confidant, huh? We could. Nope. Oh my god, Smokestack likes big. Oh, I love you, Dick. That's huge. Smokestack is really good. I mean, obviously for me it's not like the Mother Butters, but it is still a good card. If you have the tempo on your opponent, then you can Smokestack. So it's really good. So we have 7 lands, 22 cards. Need to add 1. We could add the Silver Exarch, to be honest. Like untap something. Oh, I can't maximize anymore. I get it. Thank you. So there's Lion's Eye Diamond to work with the Time Twister. This is 2-drop. Yeah, there's Lion's Eye Diamond that works with the Time Twister, if I want to go that route. Which might just be what I want to do, right? like just add an extra artifact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 artifacts. That would add a 16th artifact. I mean, outside of that, what is there? Zernorp is pretty weak without the combo. Then there's a bunch of just burn spells that I probably want to bring some in, but they're all in my splash. Deceiver Exarch, you know, is a standalone card that doesn't do anything. So I think Lion's Eye Diamond is a bit greedy, but I mean it has an effect with Tezzeret. And it allows us to time twister a bit better. It's a 0. Let's say we have now we need 4 mana. Then if we ever do this, we need 4 mana. But I think it's looking good. Do we need more fix? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 reds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we have 4 for red and 5 for white. Yeah, we don't need more fix. Sort by color. Oh, we played the Massacre War. We don't want red and we don't want this. How many blue do we have? 1, 2, 3. How many red do we have? 1, 2, 3. How many black do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we have 1, 2, 3. So, none of my other fix, right? So we have 6 because of this, and then 7 because of this. The thing is, if we fetch for white and dragon. Oh yeah, okay, it doesn't matter. Because we can always get to red and oh, if we fetch for red, we always have to get blue, and if we fetch for white, we always have to get Godless Shrine. That's a bit of a nuisance. But I think it's still this way. I'll submit, and I'll see you guys in round 1.